I shall. Wayakwa. Shamal. Ya I kwa. Wayakazakwa. Bun. Shashayam. Shanna. Balada. Afum. Verse 27. Waya kadol. Han I rayam. Waya thaya. Waya haya. I shall. Ayash. Ya da. Taza ya. Yash. Ayash. Shada. Waya I kwa. Yash. Yasha. Ayam. Verse 28. Waya fa. Yataza kwa. Aishawa. Kaya. Taza ya. Bagayawa. Bakwa. Ya I kwa. Verse 29. Waya zad. Ya I kwa. Naza ya. Waya ba. I shall. Man. Hasha da. Waha wa. Ayan. Ayan. Ayanak. Verse 30. Waya amar. I shall. All. Ya I kwa. Hala I ya tan ya na man dum ha kaya ayan nak na kaya kaya come kwara shamal adawam. Verse 31. Waya amar. Ya I kwa. Makara. Kayawam. Bakaraf. Nak. Laya. All right, that was the first 7.
You said 20, 23, right?
No, 25 and 25.
25 and 25?
No.
I'll take it. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25. When the first came out red all over, like the hairy garment, he called his name E.S.U.K.
So when the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Right.
So it's given a description of Esau here, because Esau stood out from everybody else on earth.
Yeah, and if I could, like, they got this in the books. The person knows, that this is his history. The white man knows that this is his history. I can say that because I ain't saying crazy. You go in the books. One book two books I got, the 13th tribe, and the other one is who is Esau, Edom, right? And when you look at when you look at how Esau tried to take away his identity from the Bible, it's ridiculous. Well, when you actually look inside this chapter right here, it's telling you, giving you the identification of the white man.
Right.
That's why I said it came out hairy. You know what I'm saying? And it's going red all over and hairy like a hairy garment. You know, when you read these scriptures, you understand you cannot, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. You cannot read, and I had said this earlier to someone I know in the world. A lot of people don't want to understand this because 9 out of 10 they running away from reality. Right? Because of Christianity, what the white man had done to our people, you understand, making us believe that Jesus is white, right? And this Bible talks about everybody. It is not talking about everybody getting salvation. It's talking about everybody, but it's not giving you an account of every God loves everybody. Right here, we're reading about, you understand, the white man and his origins. All right, keep going.
Okay.
All right, good. This shit better. I ain't gonna step on YouTube. I feel, hey, listen, Captain Lamar will be here shortly. You know what I'm saying? Captain Lamar, Captain 10,000. You know what I'm saying? He will be here shortly. You know what I mean? I'm just filling in. All right, verse 26. And after that came his out. All right, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried him. So, if I could.
You want to do a breakdown on him?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, the mother Rebecca was told by an angel that it was a war going on in her womb because she's trying to figure out. First off, she was high in age.
Right.
It was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, we about to have some more kids. You know what I'm saying? And just so happened she got twins. And these two brothers, you understand, they was wrestling in the womb. And who was it? It was us, Jacob, and Esau, the oppressor. You understand? And we was right on his heels. That's what you try to say, right? Yeah, we right on the situation. Go ahead.
From that, it was 2 nations in my room, 2 manner of people.
Yeah.
So today on the earth today, they have a perpetual nature for us. That was from the womb.
Yeah, from like straight. Soon as we was able to make some movements in that womb, you know what I'm saying? We was rumbling it out inside the womb. That's how deep it is. So when you look at today's and what's going on today, that's why I tell you this, man. This is another thing too. Don't get high and try to study the scriptures, man.
Right.
You're gonna start believing that the book of Enoch is real, the book of Jasher is real. Giants walked the earth and angels had sex, and Lucifer was an actual angel and came down and had sex with women. You know, God had faults. You cannot get high trying to read the scriptures.
Right.
And a lot of people that's outside the school, they get high and think that they know what the hell they're talking about. Some people are gonna tell you that's not Esau, that's So the white man's Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you gotta really understand this is history. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the book of Genesis is so important to actually understand because this is where everything started at. This is the beginning where you see how we got our forefathers was interacting with the Lord.
Right.
You understand how the Lord favored us because of our forefathers. That's why, you know, it's always good to understand that you have to always honor those that come before you, man. But when you come into the truth, you honoring the Lord. You also put a respect on your ancestors' name. Like when you read this Bible, the man died. The woman died so that this knowledge can stand on the earth till this day. They stood by the Lord. They stood for their people. You see that we go out and teach, and we do it the right way, how the Lord said to do. We expect the brothers and sisters that come back to us, when we dead and gone, all in the dirt, and Christ will come back. We expect our people, even if Christ come back, to keep this truth going. You understand what I'm saying? We have to understand that this Bible is our salvation. This is the solution. That's correct. All right. Is there anything to say?
No, that's one.
All right. Verse 27. The boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Verse 27. The boys grew. Esau was a cunning hunter. Today we know around this season here, there's a hunting season going on. Not saying that it says that he was a cunning hunter. We know that they're willing to go out in the woods and stay out for 6, 8, 12 hours out there during deer season hunting. And it says a man of the field. So Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field. Those are the characteristics of Esau. So, like as I said, hunting, rifle season, dressing up in an army suit, building a tree house up there where you can scope out a deer. It says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Once we finish slave Monday through Friday, we're at the Sabbath service now. But after this, we're in the house, relaxing, staying away from this madness.
If I could, this is, and again, this is why the book of Genesis is so important. We read it in Hebrew to give you an understanding how we did it back in the day.
Right. Keeping
the traditions, reading it in the English. Reading it in the Hebrew. We translate it into English. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, man. The oppressor took everything from us. And this is what our enemies always wanted to do, even the Africans. They would do certain rituals like the Dahomey tribe. That whole Woman King movie, you understand? That Woman King movie is evil as ever. You want to see witchcraft? That's it. You understand? No people enslaved, they captured, enslaved, and sold us into slavery over 500,000, close to 1 million Israelites.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Raped us, broke our jawbones. They used to put a ritual. We went through a ritual where it was something called the tree of forgiveness. And what they'll do, they'll make a circular tree, they do all these chants and all this witchcraft, right? To try to make us forget about what they did to us before they kill us so that we don't come back in the afterlife and kill them. You understand? Because they ain't want that, I don't want you to come back and remember it and try to kill us. Of course, these Hamites, you understand, that's Africans, they don't have the knowledge of God. Right. Give me Psalms 147. You already know what I'm doing. 147. You understand? This book is only for Israelites, man. This is only for the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Stop. Listen, don't allow nobody to ever have you in the office when it comes to this book. You make them never let nobody have you on the defense. You be on the offense. They want to talk about that Bible, this and that. This is where the solution is at. And I always ask people, well, what solution do you have? Right. What solution do you have? I just lost a couple cousins this summer alone. My cousin's house got shot up, riddled with bullets. You got a solution for that? If you can sit these brothers down, do you have a solution for that? Then shut your mouth. You understand? I'm about to show you something right here where this is how you change yourself. This is something that you always remember. This is how you grow as an individual. This is how you understand what was taken away from you. Right. And this is going to make clear of all these different religions, all these wannabe pastors and all of that. It cuts right through the lies. And this is what our former king, King David, said. Right.
I'm going to break down. Psalms 147, verse 19. He sheweth, which means he sheweth his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word to Jacob. Who is Jacob? We're reading it right now in Genesis. That's our forefather.
Right.
When it says Jacob, you understand? When it talks about you understand when it talks and gives remembrance of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, that's talking about us. You understand what I'm saying? The familiar.
Right.
We are family, but we don't realize it because we have been conquered. All right, we are under psychological warfare.
Right.
You understand? They're trying to every way to try to take away our identity. Read from the top again.
Okay. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word to Jacob. What is his word? Read.
And his judgments unto Israel.
His judgments. You understand? He gave us the secrets. He gave us the knowledge. He gave us the wisdom. You understand? In the Apocrypha that also the white man took out. Right? You understand? Ecclesiasticus, he said the beginning of knowledge is wisdom, and the only way you get wisdom is from the Lord.
Okay.
So the Lord gave that wisdom, that knowledge, and understanding to Jacob and his descendants. Keep going.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Yeah, what?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Say it one more time for the Christians in the back.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
They say they want to hide something from the niggas putting it in the book, right? So the niggas, we picked up the book back in the 60s, even before then, because this knowledge that we break it down goes way back from the ones that was angry on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they was Israelite. Read it one more time.
Come. Psalm 147 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So how the hell the Tao chapter Muhammad become a prophet? How he become a prophet? You know, and here's the proof. In the history books, the ones that is not biased, they'll tell you, yeah, Muhammad learned from the Jews. He learned from the Jews, and this is why he started changing his customs around, because he was learning from the Jews, and the Jews didn't want to conform to Islam. Read that, verse 28.
Come. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Yeah, not dealt so with any nation. So what are we saying in the Christian church? What are we saying in these spiritualities when you worshiping rocks and crystals and worshiping the moon, you understand, and you worshiping a rock and all types of nonsense? What are they talking about? The real power, where all the real wisdom at? See, again, you make them be on the defense. Well, so what solution does these other nations give to our people? We over here in Philadelphia murdering one another, in Chicago murdering one another, in St. Louis, in LA murdering one another. In an abortion clinic, aborting 500,000 babies, down there 500,000 babies, women is going to travel miles upon miles just to go to abort a damn baby that she should have sat up there and kept. Easiest solution, she would have read the Bible and know that sex is marriage. That's the solution right there, Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? Sex is marriage. Choose your mate wisely. That's in the Bible. Don't pick a wicked woman gains a wicked man. That's your reward. A wicked man gains an evil woman. That's in the Bible. That's a solution. I talked to this homosexuals and these gay women and gay men in one room in Clubhouse, and they asked, should women follow straight men or gay men? You know what I'm saying? I said, a man. They need to follow the men in the I.S.U.P.K on the Commander GEN.YAHANNA. They need to follow Shabar. They need to follow Shabar, do everything that Shabar tells them to do because it's going to save their life. And I said, well, when you look at it in the I.S.U.P.K, we give the solutions to how to have sex. Close your legs. You understand? Don't be fooled by the glitter gold. You know how kids, when you got something shiny or it dangles, their eyes be like this, they're just so fascinated on it. Don't be a kid, man. Grow up. Learn how to close your legs. Shabar is going to show you how to, he's going to teach you how to do that. He used the Bible every time. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to show you how to pick a man. He'll help you pick a man. Why? Because of the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, well, if we follow what you say, y'all on the front lines tell our women to get abortions, but y'all don't have a solution for them to tell them to stop dealing with weak men. To stop to close their legs. Right. You're not promoting that. You're promoting them to go get breast cancer in the future. You're promoting them to have PTSD. You're promoting them to just keep opening their legs and keep getting the procedure done. Right. They tell you not to do it more than twice in your life. Women that did it 5 or 6 times, they not even fertile anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Because we want to follow after different ideologies. We want to follow after wickedness. Read verse 20. Because this is a clear cut to the Christian church, to everything that is walking. You make them be on the defense. Because you have the truth. You have the real knowledge and the real understanding and the real wisdom of God. Right. You know that right here, this is we ain't making it up. It says, read it again.
Psalms 147 in verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. Mm-hmm. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They don't know. They don't know the laws. They don't know what comes with when you don't keep the law. They don't know it. That's why you see Africans got their head up a cow butt. You see East Indians worshiping a cow, bathing in cow manure, not wanting to wash up. You understand? I do property maintenance for slavery. I go inside of an East Indian house, it smells like kung fu. As soon as I come in there, boom, right in my nose, Shabar. Good night. She had garlic powder in her bathroom. I'm up here trying to unplug her drain. You understand? Got all this. It was nasty. I'm like, what in the world is in your drain? Right. I was looking around. I'm seeing garlic powder all in. I'm like, I ain't never seen a sister with garlic powder in their damn in their bathroom. I was like, I don't know, but that ain't none of us. You understand? She got all types of fake gods go in.
Lucky, if I may. So also the cards breaking down here. I just want to bring one other precept. Just put a stamp on it. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Mm-hmm. It says, then Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Good night. We don't obey men.
Right. Just bringing that up because even with all the weed legalization, with these abortion clinics here, because Israel has these laws, statutes, commandments, these judgments, we're being punished when we break them, and we ought to obey God rather than man. So we can't go with the wave. You know what I mean?
The wave is going to, yeah. You ride that wave too much, you're going to drown. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that wave ain't meant for you to ride on, man. You're supposed to be on the land. You don't want to, like the scriptures talk about, walking on that narrow path. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to ride that wave. You actually don't want to be in that fire. You know what I'm saying? You want to walk that narrow path, man. Right. You understand? This is how you walk the narrow path. All that other stuff out there is nonsense. It's bullcrap. Because it don't serve no purpose.
Right.
Right here in the scriptures is telling you that we always knew the true knowledge of God. That's why we're the most clean people in the world. When I'm in that woman's house, I'm like, why do your house smell like this? Why do you got garlic powder in your bathroom? Why it smell like this in here? It got a stench. You know what I'm saying? You're a woman. You live by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It should smell like flowers. Right. Smell like some hair grease, oil treatment or something. You know what I'm saying? It smell like something beautiful. It stinks. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't have the knowledge that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down, we have to start realizing how important this Bible is and what it means to us. You know what I'm saying? So right. Read the rest of 20.
Come. The end of 20 says, they have not known them. Yeah. Praise you, the Lord.
Yeah, they have not known them. So when these pastors, when these spirituality people want to talk about that consciousness and all that nonsense, listen, none of these books have the solution to our people. They not doing what we doing. We building up the Lord's military. It's here. You know what I'm saying? We making it stronger each and every day. We go out and go on the streets where the niggas and the spicks and the savages are at. We go do food programs. We got 24-hour council hotlines. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We help pay people bills that they need it. You know what I'm saying? We have a system of our own that you can come in. You know what I mean? Come in correctly, of course. You would get the hell out of here. And you can be a part of that. Because as a nation, we're supposed to dwell together. Now, we're going to go back to Genesis.
Verse 28.
Verse 28. All right. Listen, man, I like, man, listen, man, me and Shabar, man, we ain't been able to do this. We ain't been able to do this, but we only did it like one time on the Sabbath service, man. You know what I mean? Shabar, man, listen. Shabar came into school strong. You understand? Like every other brother should, man. Every sister should, man. All of us, we gotta come in strong. You gotta come in hot. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go on a sprint, you sprint up that block, and you trying to hit that finish line. You know what I mean? You gotta come in here where the water at. That's how you gotta come in here, man. Understand that this is where the water is at, man. This is the finish line, but it's a marathon, man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? 1 verse 28. Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
I just want to break that last part down. It was brought out this week in the class. It's real sidebar. Rebekah knew that Jacob was going to carry that seed. Mm-hmm. Because there was two nations of people, she knew that Esau, it was her son, she cared for him, but she had love for Jacob. So we're going to get on that as to why I brought that out. You know, why it's important to keep in mind. You know, they say all kind of crazy things in the Christian church about Jacob being a deceiver and this and things of that nature, not understanding that the Spirit of the Lord was with Rebekah when she did something here. In these next few verses, we're going to find out what she did here that basically allowed us to get the blessings. Just want to finish off.
All right. 29. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. Now, this is the part right here, man. This is how you know that this is the Israelite. Because Jacob already knows, like, if you've grown up, right? In Israel, anybody in the world, really, you're gonna have a brother or a sister that you know is just you's a low down evil person.
Right.
Jacob knew the nature of Esau. Because he was all in the woods, hunting, like he had a bloodlust. Like they got a new show out called Dahmer, about Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Watch some of those serial, like y'all ever watch Dexter? How Dexter had a bloodlust to murder people. You understand? And he in his head, I'm doing this for the right cause. I'm doing it for the right cause. You know what I mean? And the way how he did it, he enjoyed it. He had such a cunning way how he courted his victims. You understand? That is the same characteristic of Esau. Like he said, they'd sit in the woods with deer pits on them. You understand? I mean, in the craziest situations. Now, I'm all for camouflage. I'm all for, catching something lacking in the woods. Or enemy, so be. But, come on, man. You putting deer pits on you, man? That is, like that, you have to be thinking outside the box.
Right.
Israelites are supposed to be inside the box, not outside the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Jacob knew his brother, like the scripture says, know those that labor among them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when we about to read, what we just read was the pottage, the meat was still, the soup wasn't yet ready. The meat inside of it was still not cooked all the way down. You understand what I'm saying? And Esau was like, yo, I'm hungry. I don't give a damn if that meat is not cooked. Give it to me because I'm about to pass out.
Right.
But, it's me, right? It's all good. 30.
31 is the last
31? All right. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. That's Esau. I mean, that's Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go ahead.
So, this, before it got to Rebecca, before she did what she did, Esau gave up his birthright, because the key word there was, Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Right? In verse 32, actually, I'm not going to jump ahead, I'll do this next 7 in the Hebrew and get to it. Unless you do anything else with that.
I mean, listen, with the whole birthright thing, like, that's showing you that he knew his brother. This how you know that this ain't allegorical, this ain't all that mystical bull crap that they try to put on the Bible. This is real. It's real events. This is a real situation that happened. And Jacob knew his brother. And he knew that, man, he don't really care about getting the inheritance. You understand? He didn't care about having that covenant with the Lord.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He didn't care about all that. He cared about himself. He was selfish. Evil bastard. That's what he was.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we need to understand today. The same way Jacob was able to recognize who his brother was, who was amongst him,
Right.
we all need to know who are our enemies and why we can't trust them. The scripture says in Ecclesiastes, never trust thy enemy. The Lord is not the Lord of confusion. Why the hell the Lord would tell you just love everybody and get the crap smacked out of you? You understand? And just trust any man that comes to your house.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Just, be around my kids. You see Aaron Spears, that nigga made a whole video about molesting the little boy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That is disgusting. There's people like that in the world. You supposed to just love and trust everybody?
Right.
Hell no. You gotta make a judgment. Stop saying that, no, you can't judge. Only God can judge you. No, nigga, I gotta know if you're a damn pedophile or not. I gotta know if you gonna sit up there and steal from me or not. I gotta know if I'm dealing with you, if you a whore or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A woman gotta figure out if a man is going to beat the hell out of her until she a bloody pulp. You gotta know those things. So the same way Jacob knew who his brother was, we gotta know who identify who everybody else is, especially the white man, especially these Africans. You know what I'm saying? Understand how they move and how they operate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be a sucker, man. That's what we became. We became suckers. We became suckers for these other nations just to take us as delicacies. You know what I'm saying? Like we just want to platter them, man. They come into our neighborhoods and just set up shop, treat us like crap. And they like, man, you can treat them however you want, man. They're gonna still come back.
Right.
They ain't gonna stop buying from y'all, man. Don't believe all that Black Lives Matter bull crap. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, man. We about to get to the next one.
Come. Next 7 in Hebrew, we're going to be in Genesis chapter 25 and verse 32. Waya Amar, I-S-H-A-W, Han-Na, An-Chaya, Hawalak, Lama, Wa, Walam, Ma, Za, Laya, Kara, verse 33. Waya Amar, Ya, I-Kwa, Ha-Shabai, Laya, Chaya Wam, Wa-ya-shab-ai, Lawa, Wa-yam-kar, Bakar, Sawa, La-ya-I-kwa, verse 34, Wa-ya-I-kwa, Na-thun, Slaki, Na-thun, La-I-shaw, La-khum, Wa-na-za-ya, I-da-shayam, Wa-ya-a-ko, Wa-sha, Slaki, Wa-sha, Wa-ya-sha, Wa-ya-kom, Wa-ya-lak, Wa-ya-ba-za, I-sha, Ha-ba-kar, Ra. All right. Genesis 26:1. Wa-ya-haya, Ra'aib, Raktaza, Malab, Ha-ra-aib, Ha-ra-ai-shawan, Shar, Ha-ya-ha, Ba-yam-mar, Ba-ya-ma-ya, Barahum, Wa-ya-la, Wa-ya-lak, Ya-taza-kok, all, Abar-yam, lak, Abar-ya-malak, Malak, Pan-la-sha, Yam, Ka-ra-ra-ha. Verse 2, Genesis 26 and verse 2. Wa-ya-ra, al, Yahweh, Ya-hawah, Ya-wa-mar, al, Tha-ra, Ma-taza-ra-yam, ma, Shakhan, Ba-raktaza, Ashar, Amar, Al-yak. Verse 3. Gawar, Ba-raktaza, Ha-za, Ha-za, Ha-za-af, Wa-a-hi-ya, I-mak, Wa-a-bar-ka, Kaya, Lak, Wala-za-rai, Af-thun, Kol, Ha-a-raktaza, Ha'al, Wa-ha-kwam-mafya, Ha-sha, Ashar, Nashabai-thaya, La-a-barahum, Abayak. Verse 4. Wa-ha-ra-bayah, Zara'ai, Zara'ak, Kaka, Wakabaya, Hashamayam, Nathaya, Lazara'ak, Ko, Raktaza, Ha'al, Wahathabarkaya, Kam, Bazarak, Kol, Kawa, Raktaza. Verse 5. Kwa, Shar, Shemai, Baraham, Bazalaya, Wayashamar, Marthaya, Matazawafya, Kazawafya, Rathya. All right, that's 7. We're going to pick up at 32.
Yep. All right. So this is book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall the birthright do to me?
So
that's loud, right?
kind of. All right. So we will read that one more time.
I'll read it.
Come on.
All right, verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
All right. So we read in Psalms 147, verse 19, that the Most High showed unto Jacob his law, statutes, and his commandments. So Esau, from the very beginning, rulership was not in his mind of just giving that birthright up, because the weight it holds for the seed to carry on, he gave that up. So, he's thinking about pottage. So basically, coming from the field, and it's like a dog, blood red pottage, give up the birthright, it meant nothing to him. The Most High wasn't on his mind.
Listen, Esau straight like this. Nigga, I don't care about that birthright.
Right.
What the hell is that going to do for me? Yo, do you understand how diabolical that is? Like, what type of individual you have to be? That's like saying, that's like cursing that God. It's like saying, man, get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like dropping the F-bomb on the Lord. Better way to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. And Jacob knew that. He knew that he wasn't worthy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to read further. Who else heard that it wasn't worthy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to understand who these other people are and how these forefathers operated. You got to actually, and I'm going to tell y'all this, right? Start going into the history books. Like, talk to the brother that's in the I.S.U.P.K, because the website is down right now. Get to certain books that we have. We got history class on Thursdays in every city. You go watch some history classes. You can watch some documentaries. Watch some documentaries on these white people, the Greeks and the Romans.
Right.
Read about those African tribes over there that was enslaving people and murdering people. You know what I'm saying? Read about the Ku Klux Klan, how the mafia was oppressing black people. The Irish was as well. Read about those cops and read about what they was really doing. Like, I'm reading this little book, right? It's a book about how we fought in the American Revolution War, right? If you don't know what the American Revolution War is, clear as day. Just think about how America got their independence. That's all it is, right? 1776, 4th of July, they declared their independence
Right.
from Great Britain, right? If they never got their independence, this would be another British colony.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like over in Africa and all over the world, it'd just be another British colony. America, detached themselves and made their own alliances. Well, on the front lines, it was us. We was on the front lines. We was the ones that helped them really win the war. When you actually go into the records, it wasn't just proud white men. This is what they put in front of your face. That it was just white men and it was just going strong. No, the Native Americans and the niggas was helping in the wars, man. You understand? Because we were just trying to figure out something, or they were just saying, hey, slave masters, I got a nigga for you, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? Just showing what to do. Man, we went on those battlefields and performed the best. You know what I'm saying? We saved George Washington behind. George Washington would have been put in the coffin. It was niggas that was helping George Washington that George Washington kept in high ranks in his military because he knew that we had that warrior spirit.
Right.
They know about us, but we don't know about them. You gotta know your history. You gotta know that we was on those battlefields, and we always got the bad end of the stick. After the war, they didn't want to grant us what everybody else was being granted. Sometimes they had to pull teeth and say, "The hell with that," because we've been saved that white man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that head. Come on, man. So get your feet behind us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through history, start learning about these people. And everything's going to start tallying up to the book of Genesis. Going back to these people's characteristics, you know what I'm saying? When you look right here, it's what the hell I care about that birthright for? What profit does me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how Esau rolled. He's a diabolical murderer.
Right. Now, before we move on to verse 33, I was going to say, when we're prophesying unto the wind, put these classes on YouTube, when you speak to any brother in I.S.U.P.K, we're telling them when you're an Israelite and you're rejecting that. Actually, it's your birthright. You're born into Israel. So whether you embrace it or not, think about it. You're basically saying you don't care about your birthright if you're trying to join the other nations. You know what I mean? If you're not embracing the fact that you're an Israelite and that the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep His commandments, you basically, you don't care about being an Israelite. You don't care about your true identity. So there's only one thing that comes from sinning, and the wages of sin is death. But we'll jump to verse 33.
Yeah, no sweat. 33. And Jacob says, "Swear to me this day," meaning, give me your word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me your word.
Right.
Now, this is like an oath. It's like, you swearing by your word. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody says, "I swear to God, I'm going to pay you back Tuesday when I get paid." You know what I'm saying? So Jacob, knowing his brother, he said, "Man, swear to me." You know what I'm saying? This is how you're going to see the truth about how Esau break his treaties.
Right.
How he break his agreements. Look at go ask the Native Americans that they uphold their treaties. And they say, man, they probably only held 10 out of the hundreds, thousands that they had. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he swore unto them, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Now I got a question for y'all. You understand? What is a birthright? You understand? And why question I got?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. What is a birthright? And why was Esau actually granted the birthright before Jacob? Keep talking.
So verse 33, and Jacob said, "Swear to me this day," and he swore unto him and sold his birthright unto Jacob. Lord Christ, the pastor.
Give me 1 second.
Come. So, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. He said, what is birthright? What is the importance of birthright that he's given up? He's given up, he basically gave up, so the seed is carried from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. So he gave up that seed as being in line with the blessings.
You go with that.
How about
Yeah. All right. So the birthright, you know what I'm saying, it is being able to carry on the Lord's name, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have the inheritance of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to say, yeah, GEN.YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Being able to say, yeah, I'm the prince of power. You dig what I'm saying? And Esau was originally supposed to get it. It was his rightfully because he was the oldest. The inheritance goes to the oldest, but because Jacob knew his brother, the same way you're supposed to know those that labor among us, those that live amongst us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the I.S.U.P.K, you can't just be in here and just think that the whole world is cotton candy and flowers like in the Christian church.
Right.
The Christian church, right now, a couple doors down, they is in there right now praising to a white Jesus, you know what I'm saying, and love everybody.
Right.
They don't, like the black people that's in there, the Hispanics, Native Americans, they believe that those white people that's in there and all the other nations in there is all love and cotton candy. So they're going to ignore the thousands of years of war and oppression that we're going through with these people. It's all love, you know, trust your enemy. And that's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to go inside these scriptures and start understanding how these wise men were thinking and how they brain work. You know what I'm saying? Like the way how, like in life, you have to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something that my father always told me. My parents are definitely coming into school, you gotta be on point. So, you know, Shabar, you know, he on, let's say he out and about. You know what I mean? You on the road, you travel on the road a lot, right? You know that you got a big truck on the road.
Right.
You know if somebody driving a little crazy, like that man might be drunk right there. Let me go ahead and slow down a little bit, let them get past. You know what I'm saying? Because you're being aware, you're being on point, you're being aware of your surroundings. You also got to be aware of the people that live among you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you let your guard down, you just let anything in and out, and that's when crazy things can happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, your son walking around the house thinking that Jesus is black.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll tell you crazy things, but let's keep going. 34. All right. Genesis chapter 25, verse 34. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of the winter. He did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. And Esau despised his birthright. So he hated it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was the whole thing. Like he hated it. You know what I'm saying? His brother knew that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, this is the time for me to go ahead and get that off the head, bro. Because I'll be damned if you're evil behind and get to carry on the Lord's name and get it. You know what I mean? Your descendants, they would have a covenant with the Lord and you would just
Right.
Now we're in Genesis chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went into Amalek, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of, sojourn this land, and I will be with thee and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. So right there, you know, you seeing how the Lord is keeping his word.
Right.
That's why our word always gotta be bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like these other nations where your word is not bond. We already see how, Esau, he gave his word. Like, yo, that birthright is yours, brother. Just give me that bloody suit. You understand? You can't be an earth breaker. That's in the law. You cannot be an oath breaker. When you give your word, that's why Christ said, listen, don't swear, just let your yeas be yeas, your days be days.
Right.
We don't want you to go off and start talking some, yeah, I swear, man, I'm going to pay you back Tuesday. You know what's funny? When I watch some white people, they say, I swear by the gods. Maybe lying in your hands up. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Your word got to be your word, man. And the Lord's word has always been bound with us. You know what I'm saying? He told us, and then I was talking to my homie in the world, right? And I was telling him, he was like, is there faults in the Lord? No, he is perfect. He said if we keep the laws, we will rule over this earth.
Right.
Because we ain't keep the laws, we dead wrong, right? See, the scripture says when the righteous rule, everybody is happy. Why? Because you don't have to worry about, like, your children is safe. Think about right now. I can't allow my kids, when they get to a certain age, to just go out to the park and just go have fun in my neighborhood because they're going to shoot. In the Lord's kingdom, you don't have to worry about that. Because if the evil that goes on, if you try to commit a sin that is punishable by death, you're going to be made an example of it. We're going to make an example of you. You want to go have sex with other men's wives? We're going to put you to death. You want to be a homosexual? We're going to put you to death. You want to murder? We're going to put you to death. You understand? You want to steal? You are going to be punished to the highest account. You can be like, damn, I wish I never did this. You understand? When the Lord rules, the world is not at mourning. But when the wicked rule, the world is in mourning. So if the Lord said, yo, listen, you do what I say, you good. It's like a father. If you don't do what I say, I'm going to have to punish you. So now, when you see all these things going on, the Lord fought. It's our fault. That's why we had to be obligated to uphold this law, uphold our culture, represent the Lord on the face of the earth, so that what? We can get our kingdom back. And these little young girls and young boys don't have to be abused. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters don't have to be in abusive relationships. Our brothers don't have to, deal with women dealing with AIDS demons and come home to a madhouse. We want to add a balance. That's what the world needs, a balance. Before we can get that balance, we got to have balance within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have to let our yays be our yays and nays be our nays. Especially when we grow. Oh yeah, there's one more verse.
Come.
Okay. All right. And now, verse 4. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars in heaven, and will give unto thy seed all the countries, and thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. So that's the birthright. You know what I'm saying? That's the birthright. The inheritance. But yeah, man, that's the birthright. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord is setting it up. He's like, look, man, we got this credit. We're going to, maybe you pass down this inheritance to your sons.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that they can be able to, do their thing on the earth.
Right.
And this is the Lord setting us up to do what? To rule the world.
Right.
But when we get, like, we had the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We had the kingdom, David, Saul, David, Solomon and his sons and descendants. We had it, but we lost it because we became weak, we became feeble, we became fault, not the Lord. Go ahead, what you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, at the end of verse 4, when it says, and in thy seed all the nations of the earth be blessed. Yeah, the Most High gave blessings to the other nations, but John 4:22, it still says that salvation is on the Jews. So, that, once again, it's not that God loves everybody here. He's saying that all nations of the earth shall be blessed. You know, there's other scriptures in here that says, "He will bless thee and bless you." And then they speaking to Abraham. So who's going to bless these other nations that bless us? You know what I mean? We'll be an adversary unto our adversaries. So the Most High still has enemies here. You know what I mean? He's giving blessings to other nations. Just remember that in mind. Salvation is still of the Jews. John 4 and verse 22. All right, the time check is 11:22. We'll hit the next seven in English, and we'll hit the English.
That is the English. That's in English.
I'll take it.
There you go.
All right, Genesis chapter 26 and verse 5. I'm going to read the next seven in English and send it to prayers because we're a long time. Genesis chapter 26, verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge and my commandments, my statutes and my laws. Verse 6. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. Verse 7. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. And he said, She is my sister. For he feared to say, She is my wife. Lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. So right here, he's basically covering up, saying that Rebekah was his sister because of her beauty. He knew that these people in the land would try to kill her. You know. The Most High also states here, because Abraham in verse 5, he obeyed my voice, he kept my charge and my commandments, my statutes and my laws. So that's how you show the Most High your love. You know what I mean? You call Abraham his friend?
Yeah, right.
You know? But verse 8.
Yeah, if I could, man. Like real quick on that verse, it said, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
Right.
You understand? Like, that's how we gotta move, man. Like, again, like, if we move like that as a nation, we can eliminate a lot of the issues that happen in our community. Like, I just seen a post where, like, this sister got kidnapped by 3 guys. I think it was 3 guys. I'm not sure. Yeah, so she got kidnapped by 3 guys, man. And they like through the mercy of the Lord, he like kind of like made them dumb enough to give her a phone, to make a phone call. And she went on Facebook, on his Facebook, uploaded her picture. And it was like, yo, I got kidnapped. These 3 guys, they got guns, they raped me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that here in I.S.U.P.K, we want to stop.
Right.
We want to stop the molestation. We want to stop the rape. We want to stop the murder. We want to stop the drug selling.
Right.
So we got to be like I said, man. We got to be like our ancestors, man, that upheld the law.
Right.
They upheld the law. They represented the Lord on the face of the earth. Brothers and sisters went to war. Brothers went to war. You understand? For the Lord, to make sure that this knowledge keeps going and we don't just fall out from our knowledge don't fall out of the earth from existence. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take heed to what the Lord is explaining to us in His Bible.
Right.
Because again, if we want our community to be better, you understand? We want to stop the rape and molestation. That's high in our community, man. That's sad. I just seen the post that the shorty literally the Lord allowed her to get on the phone. How you know someone that get kidnapped, be able to get a hold of a phone? They literally give her the phone. Go ahead, make a phone call. That's unheard of. She was able to say, yo, the car is this, 3 guys with guns, they got me. Here goes Facebook. And they found her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not everybody fortunate enough to have that type of outcome. Some people don't make it, some women don't make it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we want to make a change and stop something that's heinous like that, something that's so evil like that, we have to come back to the Lord.
Right.
That's the only way. Keep going. Let's just finish up.
Okay, verse 8, Genesis 26, verse 8. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out at a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. So Abimelech basically, not something would have not long enough, because he was putting up a front saying that, it was his sister because he knew they would try to take this woman from him, kill him. But, Abimelech peeked the scene and seen that, okay, that's his wife. That's his wife. So verse 9. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, behold, of a surety, she is thy wife. And how saidest thou, she is my sister? So he's asking, why did you lie to me? My land here, and Isaac said unto him, because I said, lest I die for her. So just trying to basically cover up, it came out true that was his wife. There was no reason to try to hide that, On the fear of his life, thought he was doing the right thing. Verse 10. And Abimelech said, what is this thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have lion with thy wife. So basically, Abimelech said, hey, man, could have committed adultery if I lay with another man's wife. Something that brothers are doing today, and being put to death. It's not that same day or a week later. Brother in trouble. Plenty of brothers have seen that this is happening to. But this here, Abimelech said, people might have lieth with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. So it could have been a judgment, extreme wrath. He knows from God anyway, from the Most High. So let me see. All right, verse 11. And Abimelech charged all his people, saying, he that toucheth this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. So after the truth came out.
But that was the Lord.
Right.
Then, the type situation, that's why we want the Lord on our side, man. I just had a cousin get shot in the head in the morning time. Last week, not last week, 2 weeks ago. Got shot in the head early morning on a Saturday. Where, in the morning time, you think you about to go to the store and there's somebody waiting for you. The Lord was not on your side. Because you want to not keep the Lord's law, you want to live a life of crime and hate for your people, you would really what you sow. You know what I'm saying? Got a cousin, another cousin, he died the same day.
Right.
When the autopsy, he was getting high. He was bad on demons, but he was homosexual. He was getting high off of crack cocaine, right? Hit a bad batch. OD, the gay friend that he lived with left him there to die. His body was decomposing. You know what I'm saying? In that apartment building, he was being smelled. And by the time they seen him, they couldn't even recognize him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord wasn't he was trying to fight the addiction, from what I was heard. But when you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man, I'm sorry to say, but that's how it goes. The Lord wants obedience. He wants order, he wants structure. And if we don't do that, then we on our own in these battles. You know what I'm saying? If my cousin would have came in here, both of my cousins would have came in this school, they would have sat down, put on that all black though they evil ways, they would have still been here, brother. They would have still been here. You know what I mean? They would have got cleaned up. You know what I mean? All strong. My cousin that's homosexual, he would have talking with bass in his voice. You know what I'm saying? He would have had bro the bears out. You know what I mean? Got the bear like you and all that. You know what I'm saying? Got, you know what I mean? Looking strong and serving the Lord and representing on the face of the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And taking that over with the Lord. Like that's important, man. Anything else?
We're going to clip it. Genesis chapter 26. We'll pick up at verse 12 next week. All right. My verse is up here. Torah. How about Shem Yahushua Yah?
You do it on the right.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanah. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shamkat. Yahweh. Malach. Taba'ah. Atazayah. Ayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawah. Ayah. Shemayim. Tanana. Akam. Ka. Yawam. Asalakna. Kawabwachna. Asalakna. Kawabwachna. Bala'ah. Taba'ayim. Balasayawan. Abal. Rashayna. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Lakah. Malach. Ma'al. Lataparah. Now, are you loving? Before we move on, I just want to say, when I say one point, Yahweh, please rise, turn and face east. Once again, that's facing our homeland, Jerusalem.
It's the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which
art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
Lead us not
into temptation. But deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
Power.
And the power.
Glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
So be it. This is the Hakah, the prayer for the power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Baruch Yeshua. Batanana. Hakah. Paul. Ka. Makala. Call Manawa. Hakah. Ataha. Hamatazaraya. Hakah. Ahakmi. Hamak. Hakah. Arakawa. Tama'al. Barashan. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The one on
All right, it's the prayer for the power in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. It's a prayer to bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak now.
Barak now.
Ayashra.
Ayashra.
Hamaya.
Hamaya.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Duwad Aman.
All right, that's the prayer to bless Israel in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. It's the prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh.
Barak atah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yakaal.
Wa Maka'al.
Allahayah.
Wa Allahayah.
Tazabaya.
Tabaya.
Alawakiha.
Alawaki.
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 Sarani.
Sarani.
Tazayeni.
Sarani.
Koyeni.
Sarani.
Wakwafi.
Wafi.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Duwad Aman.
All right. This is the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
The angels.
The angels.
The men of GEN.YAHANNA.
The men of GEN.YAHANNA.
Generals.
General.
Captains.
Captain.
Officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And assistants.
And assistants.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ayeni.
Ayaya.
Ahar.
Ahari.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Abaa.
Izari.
Azari.
Izari.
Azari.
Ma'ayin.
Ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Ayatan.
Ayatan.
Amawat.
Amawat.
Agal.
Agal.
Ayanawam. Shamarka, Ana, Na'a, Yanawam, Bala'a, Yashun, Shawamar, Yashral, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Ayah, Yanuka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'a, Yakad, Mayara, Malaya, Yahweh, Yashmarka, Makalran, Yashmar, Apash, Yahweh, Yashmar, Tazaf, Obawaf, Ayatha, Wad, Ayuru.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From what cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord.
Who made heaven and earth.
Who made heaven and earth.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall not be slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon the right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth,
From this time forth,
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. All right, this is King David here. This is his prayer, Psalms 83. Al-Hayyam, Al-Damayalata, Al-Takarash, Wal-Bashakwat, Al-Hayyahanna, Al-Wadi, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Ha'ayin, Yarim, Sawadat, Yagata, Yatazabu, Yatazabu, Amorwa, Lakawa, Nakaki, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamyashu, Al-Wada, Kaya, Tazawa, Labba, Yakadu, Ali, Maria, Yakarafu, Aholi, Anawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Wa'ab, Hagari, Kabal, Mawan, Malat, Alashak, Ayishab, Tazawur, Amashawu, Malawa, Imam, Ayawat, Zarawat, Manilawat, Salah, Aisha, Aham, Kamali, Kasayat, Sarah, Hayabi, Banakar, Rayashu, Shaman, Bayan, Tara, Haywa, Taman, Dama, Shayatum, Nada, Yabmawa, Kaira, Kazaba, Kazabak, Kalnasi Akamu, Ashar, Amorwa, Ayarashad, Lanawa, Nawaf, Alayam, Alahaya, Shayatum, Kagami, Kakwash, Fanyamakar, Kash, Iri, Wakalaba, Talahat, Sahari, Kantaradama, Sairi, Basawapafka, Tabahalam, Bala'a, Panyam, Kalawan, Wayabakwashi, from Ka, Yahweh, Yeshab, Shalaki, Yeshab, Waya Balawa, Ayai, Wayakapar, Wayabad, Wayadawa, Wayadawa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labad, Al-Yawan, Al-Kaharatazan.
This is Psalm chapter 183 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Below, thy enemies make a tumult.
The enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
Consulted against and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
from being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel,
the name of Israel,
may be no more remembered.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
And
the Hagarenes.
Moab.
And Ammon.
And
Amalek.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The shore also joined with them.
The shore is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
That's Sister Sarah.
That's Sister Ben.
That's Sister Ben.
The brother Keyshawn.
Brother Keyshawn.
Which period that is,
Which parish that in
they have become as dumb for the earth.
The kingdom is done for the earth.
Made the nobles like a red.
Make the nobles like a river.
Like yeah.
Like yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
All their princes.
All the princes.
That's a box.
That's a Bob.
And that's Abuna.
That's a moon.
Who said,
He said,
let us take to ourselves
let's take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh.
the house of Yahweh.
In possession.
Possession
Oh my power.
of my power.
Make them like a will.
Make them like a will.
As a stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burning for your wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute
To
them
persecute them
with thy tempest.
with thy temper.
And make them afraid
Make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy
That they
name.
may seek thy name.
Oh my power.
With my power.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to
Let
shame.
them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Name alone.
whose name alone
Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Art the Most High.
the Most High,
Over all the earth.
over all the earth. Sisters, Yeshabia, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Amaju, Shabbat, Amaju, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Katham. Hosmatah, Sawyer, turn and face the sisters. Sisters, you're going to stand with your feet at a 45-degree angle. Your head bowed, straight face to the Lord, with your right hand clasped over your left. And when I smite my chest, you smite your chest and repeat after me. Amaju, Sisters, Amaju. I'm going to give sisters one courtesy salute. Amaju Shabbat, Amaju, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Allah Thabba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Hosmatah, class dismissed.
Keep the books.
Okay.